Some of the fog we're seeing in the hills around our area. Again, those low clouds are very widespread, but the base of the low clouds kind of high, so that is why we're seeing the fog, such as here on Pacheco Pass. And yes, the camera is moving because we typically have wind up in this direction as well. Anywhere between 20 to 25 mile per hour gusts up over the Pacheco Pass this morning. But again, look at that fog. It is there, and it's going to remain in place for at least another hour or two here. Low clouds are going to be very slow to disappear from those inland locations, but eventually we will see that sunshine out there. We have a little bit of a cool down happening today, and that is because we have this trough low pressure that's digging back down into our area. Now, it's not going to be a huge cool down by any means. Most of us probably won't even notice the difference from yesterday's temperatures, but instead of seeing a lot of those 80s out there for those inland spots, we're going to see a few more of those 70s. We're going to be even cooler as we start to head into Thursday as well. That trough low pressure going to continue to dig down a little bit further on Thursday. Now, one thing about this trough, this usually sets up a stronger onshore flow as well. So that is one why we are seeing such a deep marine layer this morning and those widespread low clouds. Two, this is also why we're not going to be getting rid of those low clouds around the coast over the next couple of days here. But again, inland, it's just going to be that rinse and repeat cycle where we see those low clouds in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon, low clouds return through the overnight hours. However, we will kind of break this as we head into the weekend. Ridge of high pressure will start to build back into our area, so we'll see a gradual warm up Friday. Saturday looking pretty decent out there. One thing I want to point out though is you kind of see this low here that's starting to develop. We're going to be watching that for you because that could kind of play with our temperatures a bit and the conditions we're going to see around the weekend time frame. So again, right now it looks like we're going to see a warming trend. We're certainly going to see that warming trend as we head out of the weekend for those inland spots. By Monday, we're looking at temperatures back in those 80s and 90s. So we do have some warmer weather. Again, originally it looked like it was going to happen through the weekend. It might happen a little bit later depending on how that low sets up. But for your day today, again, just pretend with me we have those low clouds in the Salinas Valley clear down to the county line. Hollister up into the Santa Clara Valley. Yeah, we're seeing widespread low clouds. They will be slow to clear. I do think it's going to be closer to around that 9-10 a.m. time frame where we'll start to see mostly sunny skies inland and only pockets of sunshine around the coast. So around Monterey and Seaside, you could see a pocket of sunshine later on this afternoon, closer to around lunchtime. Same thing around Santa Cruz, maybe a pocket or two of sunshine there, but for the most part, we're going to see those gray skies hanging out around the coast most of the day today. They will thicken as we start to head into that sunset hour, and overnight tonight, low clouds once again fill our valleys. Again, they're going to be very widespread. We have the chance to see some patchy fog in the hills tomorrow morning, and also a slightly better chance of some drizzle tomorrow morning as well. At least some of the models are indicating that. So temperatures for you today, like I said, going to be a touch cooler, but you probably won't notice. Mid to upper 60s on the north side of the bay, 70s to low 80s in the San Lorenzo Valley there, upper 60s for Bonnie Doon, mid 70s for the Summit area, but low 60s for Davenport. Davenport, yeah, you're going to be in those clouds most of the day today. Temperatures around the coast, very similar to each other, even on the north and south side of the bay. We're only going to be in those low to mid 60s, upper 60s for Salinas, 77 in Hollister. Still some warm spots though. How about some low to mid 80s in the Santa Clara Valley? You will be under mostly sunny skies later on this morning. Temperatures around the peninsula will be in those low to mid 60s. Again, some pockets of sunshine around Monterey and Seaside might bump your temperatures up just a bit into those mid to upper 60s as we head down into the Salinas Valley. Temperatures mostly in those 70s today versus those 80s yesterday. 80 though for King City. Still some pockets of warmth. Look at that. Bradley and Parkfield in those low 90s. So again, these locations are very much out of the influence of that marine layer. Once you're back along the coast though, mid 60s for Big Sur and mid 70s for Carmel Valley. Carmel Valley, you will see some sunshine this afternoon, whereas the Big Sur coast, you'll probably continue to see those low clouds.